before we go back to the main quest and go meet Takamura, we're gonna go and try and save Brandon, the schism, as he's called, the vending machine, sentient vending machine, I guess. He's been taken away because I guess his sentience is a problem or his potential sentience is a problem for his owners, I guess, this company. So he's quite far away, so we're gonna drive. So we're gonna get in our beautiful Gecko, which is my favourite thing to drive. I'm gonna listen to Pacific Dreams. Right, so yeah, last episode, I think in hindsight, after looking back at the editing the video and looking back at the other decisions, I don't know, I'm kind of okay with deciding to shoot everyone. It might have bad repercussions, but in terms of just Maiko and her, what she was trying to do, I think just killing off the bosses, it might have consequences for the dolls, possibly, but I'm okay with what I did within the context of the situation, so we will have to see where it goes, but I'm okay with it. Hopefully that's not the last we see of Judy. I think we've been warming to each other quite nicely. You know, this is what I wanted it to be like with when River just went from 0 to 100 on us. It would have been nice if we just would have had a few texts back and forth, a few small missions that built up to stuff. And this feels a bit more natural with Judy. Johnny's already said the way she's looking at us, so looks like she's going to be an option, romance option. I hope. Cutting through Corpo Plaza here. Look at this. Jesus, man. Nice to do a whole journey in first person, at least until I have to park. No idea where we're going. I think is this a car park? There's a police car here.
Absolutely. No, catch us. Shit, she wasn't uniform.
Alright. And one thing I forgot to say about, because I've been talking about the Quartz, the Nomad Quartz cars not being for sale. I do realise that there is a Quartz for sale in the Badlands, but I'm aware that this particular car is DLC, and none of the cars that I think are post-release things, like the car we got from Dino, I think is post-launch content. And because I think the car skins mod was made... When did it get published? I think it was in January this year or December last year. Or maybe it was even September. I can't remember the date that the mod got put up. So obviously anything that it's not been updated. So anything that came out afterwards isn't going to work. Because I think if we look in the additional content panel, so yeah, scopes, apartments, changed appearance in the mirror, muzzle brakes. A few guns. I don't think we've used this though. Yeah, we should go and pick that up. Where is it? Yeah, this Archer Bandit. I guess like Dino's car and stuff. Isn't explicit new content. I think it is new anyway. Because like I said, the mod doesn't work with it, so I will probably go and get that Quartz because I think it'll be just as fun to drive as that because it's smaller. We might be able to see out the windows a bit easier. So we're at a soft systems place here. Oh.
A customer! Somebody pinch me. How can I help ya?
What is this place? Just a hardware shop for electronics?
Your place. What is it exactly?
Welcome to your local soft sys service point. Give new life to old tech.
You fix equipment? Seriously? People actually do that instead of buying new?
With the amount of customers we get, find myself asking the same question day after day.
Here to see Brendan. Guess somebody brought him here.
What Brendan's that again?
Seriously? When your energy is low, grab a drink to go, go, go! Or however it is.
That schism they brought in. He really does have some of the catchiest slogans, don't he? But hey, look, I can't let you back there. Can't afford to have to break something even worse.
Yeah, we could threaten him, but we've got a high enough techie start, so...
Got no idea what you're tinkering with. Brendan's unique, damn near miracle of science. Bet the bank you've never come across a machine with that kind of cognitive matrix. For an AI to exist in such a small...
All right, Jesus, you know your stuff. Trust you won't break nothing. Go check on your little miracle while its firmware gets updated.
Oh no!
He's getting updated?
Oh, that's not good.
Well, I'll be darned. What a pleasant surprise. You came to say your final goodbyes?
What do you mean? You're not getting scrapped, are you? You were making bank.
Thanks for the compliment, but I guess that's the problem. Seems like I was unfair competition in the SCSM market. They're updating my system as we speak, to make me sound less like a real person. My boss really didn't like that. I reportedly creeped customers out. Stupid Brendan. Why did I say stuff they didn't want to hear about themselves? If somebody wants a therapy session, they go to a psych doc. Not a soda machine.
They can't do this, you're an AI. Robots shouldn't be sentient. I knew you weren't an ordinary AI. We should use this, because it's an attribute option, I guess. I don't know, it's difficult to tell whether he is sentient or not. But he is sapient on... the sentience, I guess, can be up for debate, but he's probably an emerging sentience, I think would be the best way of putting it.
I suspected as much. You're not actually an AI, are you? At least not anywhere close to an AGI. The processing power required to handle an AI with the capacity for free will...
What?
Your processor just isn't big enough.
What?
And you'd be correct. Say, you must be a pretty good techie.
Your code monkey deserves a prize. Best convo emulating algorithm I've ever interacted with. Almost had me fooled.
That's not what I wanted to say.
Slightly disillusioned.
Well, who else could say their friend was a schism? It was almost crazy enough to be beautiful.
Looks like the update'll soon be complete. Tell Theo that I'll miss her. You thought I'd be sad, didn't you?
Oh no.
As if I really was a sentient being.
I didn't want to say that.
Person?
You are.
I'll tell you my last joke in the voice of a dying hero. What else can you do but laugh in the face of death? So, how about it?
Go for it then.
You know what? Go for it. I could learn to laugh like that too.
Yeah.
Don't get all mushy on me now, V. You have to keep living. Tell Theo that she's stronger than she thinks.
Don't worry, Brendan. I'll tell her.
Hey, V, where was Johnny Silverhand when the bomb at Arasaka Tower went off?
Don't know. Where?
All over the place. Literally. Software update installed successfully.
Goodbye, Brendan. I'll miss you.
Well, that sucks. I didn't want to tell him he wasn't an AI, but I guess maybe that's the truth of the situation. Technical report. Technical notes on Experimental Schism Series Brendan. The latest routine checkup of the schism confirms our suspicions. The self-learning algorithm exceeded our projections in terms of conversational capability within a very short time span. Brendan exploits his programming for two main purposes: creating humorous mottos as we predicted, and forming relationships with customers not as we predicted. Brendan's conversations with customers are interpreted by the latter as either efforts to obtain their data or as an example of AGI-level artificial intelligence. Despite customers' initial interest, I believe in the long run the schism model will result in fewer sales, especially since an error in Brendan's code allows him to occasionally offer a product to the customer free of charge. I recommend uninstalling the experimental software and replacing it with the standard OS. Jerry Miller, Senior Engineer. This abomination knew about the last argument I had with my wife. If I were you, I'd consider selling it off as a spying device to some corp. Who knows, there could be eddies in it. Oh, I really thought we could save him. I don't like that techie response did something I didn't want. I've got to drive all the way back there to talk to Theo. Alright, fine. Okay. We've got to go all the way back. There haven't been many quests that have been designed like that, to be fair. There's been like maybe one other that I can remember getting a bit... Like the one for Nyx, where it was like, go there, come back, go there, come back. There've been very few quests like that. But doesn't matter what game it's in, that's always a little annoying, right? There we can listen to the radio. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go here, then we'll head back to our apartment, and we'll catch up on the journal a bit. We'll maybe buy that gun from Wilson as well. And we'll maybe buy this other Galena, just for the sake of it, right? And we need to sell a bunch of crap that I've got in my inventory. Got a bunch of guns and armor and stuff that I need to get rid of. Yeah. And what else did I want to do? Yeah, I don't think she's going to be happy with us. Actually, I guess we'll go to our... Yeah, we'll go to our Japantown apartment, because that'll be close to Takimura for the quest. Yeah, I'm a bit upset about that, actually. Just hoping it would end a bit happier, but I guess he himself said he's not a true AI, so I guess we uncovered the truth of it. Even if the truth isn't tied up in a nice, neat little bow. Chill out. Not while I'm driving. Jesus. I love this car, man. I really do. I will get the quartz. We're a bit tight on cash at the minute, though. Because that's about 70 grand, I think. Yeah, so what we'll do, after we speak to Theo, wow, it's dark. I feel like we'll catch up on the journal a bit, on the database, just to get us in a more corporate frame of mind to deal with Takimura and Arasaka, and we'll look into the history of all that stuff with whatever lore information we've got. sorry, Theo. If we would have told him he was an AI, would he have believed that? Or would he have disagreed with us? She's going to be pissed, though, because he's gone.
So, did you find him? Where is he? Is he coming back?
Yeah, I
I
found
found him. Told me to tell you that you're strong inside. Always were.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad, right? I'm just worrying for nothing, aren't I? Just blowing things out of proportion, assuming the worst. Typical.
Yeah, he's gone.
I got there too late. They updated his system.
Is that bad news?
The
Yeah.
Brendan you knew is gone. They replaced him with some generic AI that's gonna be in every schism. He told me to tell you that he'll miss you.
Fuck! Oh. I mean, thanks. Damn it. That stupid robot was the best thing to happen to me in months. You know, Brendan got me out of a really dark place. Doesn't matter who or what he really was.
I'm gonna miss him too.
Sorry, Theo. Right, I'm just gonna sell all of my crap here, and then we'll go back to our apartment. Alright, made, 16,000 from that. Just from clearing out my inventory a bit. And I noticed we had a new cyberware mod that I haven't seen before. Because I don't want to use the non-lethal thing. So there's highlights enemies who've detected you. Explosion radius of your grenades. Weapons are non-lethal. Headshots don't deal additional damage. We don't want that. And then this increased crit chance. Beautiful. We finally got all the slots filled in that. I've not picked up any extra things for the gorilla arms. Okay. Now, actually, because we're only 20 minutes into the episode, it might be an idea to just do this gig, the one that I started by accident, and then head back to the apartment. Depends how long it takes, but... So this is the gig that when we were hanging around Jig Street and stuff, and I walked over here, triggered a bunch of stuff in the quest, but it had, because we didn't have the gig yet, nothing happened, so I reloaded beforehand. So there's a bunch of tiger claws there. Yeah. Something to do with the Netrunner. I don't know what. There was some dead guy that I found, and he had a message from a Netrunner. So we'll go here. Hey, where did you get that car? That's mine. And then we'll head back to our Japantown apartment. And do a little bit of reading. I don't want to do like 40 minutes of reading. Well, I wouldn't mind doing that, but I need to spread it out a little bit. I'll just try and do the stuff that's kind of relevant to Arasaka, Takimura, the Arasaka family, and everything. So. Yeah, this building. People, get out of the way. Wakako. Man, look at Japantown in the rain.
Child, I have a grave task for you. The literal kind. The Netrunner is still alive, but what happens to her is either a matter of time or your discretion. Bugbear is trapped in the net. If she jacks out, the tiger claws stand ready, waiting like vultures to tear her to shreds. And if she doesn't, her synapses will fry soon enough anyway.
Right.
I am counting on you, V. See the details attached.
Where do masses go?
Stop being so distracted. Right, so what happened last time is I saw some tiger claws in the alley. I went and I just kind of took them down, thinking it might have been like an NCPD scanner mission. I went up to the roof, took out a bunch there, and then I couldn't get in the building. I found someone on the roof, like a technician who'd been zeroed, and it had a message from this person. I guess it's supposed to be Bugbear, right? Okay, used to be. Okay, Merc needed, rescue Netrunner from the Tiger Claws. Bugbear, real name unknown, 24 years old, location Salinas Street. Details. Used to be Bugbear and the Tigers got along. They were supposed to work a Kuroshi warehouse job together, but she left them out to dry. Remotely drove out a van packed with high-end gear and abandoned them inside. Certain death. But those Tigers are a tough crew. You know how stubborn they can be. Next day, they pulled up to her apartment wanting to know where she stashed the tech. Bugbear was desperate, escaped to the net, shrouded herself in soft that'd flatline her if they tried to disconnect her. Of course, now they have to watch the clock tick. Eventually, Bugbear will have to come out or risk frying her own synapses. And the Tigers are patient, especially in matters of revenge. Personally, I think they like it more this way. Get Bugbear out of there and give word. I'll send transport, but remember to disconnect her safely. She's useless to me dead. This is cool.
Where
I won't buy anything.
Right.
Taking it in at the view.
Why isn't the map coming out? Right. So, I can't remember much. We've got tiger claws everywhere. Right, you couldn't open this door basically previously. So let's do a quick ping.
Be a net hero. If you suspect any rogue AI activity, call them.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that there's a few of them on the roof. So because this place seems kind of surrounded, I reckon we just start taking people down. So let's hit a breach to reduce the cost for ourselves. Beautiful.
산성비가 내릴 경우 바랍니다.
See if they've got any information on them. Okay, a few more guys. So we could go in through the door. Sorry, I thought I wasn't running properly. Oh right, this is just her apartment. Okay, so we don't necessarily have to deal with the tigers straight up. But I would prefer that. Let's just go in through the front door.
So I'm supposed to move out because the tigers take the whole floor? Any idea what they're doing? Just be quiet and don't show your face.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Not this floor.
I jacked her out. I mean, how long can this go on for? What's it gonna change?
Yeah, but then we lose the goods.
This is about principles, not goods. Chick's taking us all right.
Right, I say we do another ping. Just in case. Now there weren't any cameras on the network. So there's one more tiger on this floor, and the rest of them are on the roof. So we could have a look outside. Yeah, I reckon we take everyone down, man. Kobayashi, everything's alright, mate. So maybe this stuff on the roof. Was an NCPD scanner mission. Yes, yeah, so what I found was this guy over here. But I couldn't get in the building. Let's just maybe take this guy down.
Who are we supposed to believe, huh? Net runners stick together. Had enough trouble with her once. Who knows what two of them could do? Just a matter of time till she finds out she's trapped. And she's ours.
Right, so I think it's worth it to go over here again, just to fill ourselves in. Because obviously I couldn't get in the building when I went over here, so I was looking around for other stuff, and I found this guy who'd been zeroed. So this is Zed. So here's the sitch. I'm on a roof in Japantown connected to the Tiger's Net, and I know you're still in there. I need you to send me info on where you hid the Kuroshi merch. Z, don't forget the merch and help me out here. I can't slip out of the Tiger Net because they're full on monitoring every last 1 and 0. P.S. The fucks with the ellipsis at the end of each sentence. Alright, we'll sort you out, but first Kuroshi. We're short on time. They think I'm a technician, but could blow my cover at any time. Then hurry your ass up, jack into me. Okay. Bring down my temp, unplug me, and we'll delta out of here. Then we worry about the merch, okay? Sorry, Bug. First the Kuroshi, otherwise I can't help you. It just isn't worth it. Z, fuck you. Wait, I think someone's coming. Right, so that guy over there was talking about 2 netrunners, right? So I can't use the computer.
You stink of junk food.
So do you. Right, so the sound from that is still playing. And they just killed everyone they saw here. Not everyone was helping Bugbear, I guess. I'm sure that's supposed to be on the roof. That's her apartment, I guess. God, there's so many access points. I mean, we're not going to get any extra money, right? So. Just gonna get a... Dude, shut up, please. Might as well. I can just wing it, so... My god, that is annoying. Hang on, I'm gonna do a sneaky reload. Didn't work at all. The sound thing is still playing. No way. She's still jacked in. Oh my god, she's texted us. Wait, don't disconnect. Cool me down or on BBQ. Barbecued. Yeah, well, how do you want me to do that? Take the coolant from the bathroom. Oh, hang on. Oh, the solo's manual. Okay. So she said the coolant was in the bathroom. Bugbear, where are your legs? Okay, that's weird. Wonder if it's one of my mods that's caused that. I doubt it, but... No! Her character model won't load in, I have no idea why. Take the coolant from the bathroom. Yeah, this quest is just generally messed up. A wicked acid trip, but not the kind you think. Ever wondered what it feels like to fall in a pool of acid? Well, wonder no more. Sort of. Before I even got my copy of Kings of Acid, my curiosity took a nosedive once I found out that it wasn't that type of acid. In any case, body horror has such a rich tradition, it's a damn near Herculean task to find such a fresh angle to take on acid baths. But holy shit, did the devs do it. I guess that's something like the Joker in Batman. He fell in acid, right? You play as Arthur Kerr, a klutzy and somewhat awkward rocker boy who gets himself tangled up in a shitstorm with Maelstrom. The Borg goons entrust Kerr with handling a mysterious shipment containing a protozoa capable of instantaneous regeneration. But in an unlucky twist, a painful uncommon occurrence for our hero, a rival gang ambushes the exchange at a corpse science lab, and Kerr is pushed into a vat of mutagenic acid. That's when the trip kicks in, if you will. The rock-up boy begins undergoing constant mutations, eyeballs on stalks, shifting skin, throat tentacles. And that's not even the real freaky stuff. After every victory in combat, Arthur absorbs the genetic code from the blood splatter of his foes, making the already delightful hack-and-slash combat even more gratifying. The constantly growing spiral of possible mutations makes for a rewarding way to spend experience points and build in strong replayability. All in all, Kerr's ultimate motivation is seeking bloody revenge against his music producer who cost him a lucrative album deal and brutally murdered the rocker boy's boyfriend. Story and gameplay are geniusly intertwined, and the pseudo-brain dance implant shipped with each game copy really helps immerse players in the utterly fucked mutations, where searing pain turns to power-jacked ecstasy. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, I need to get this again. Coolant in the bathroom. Yeah? Aha! How do I disconnect them? Norimasa. Okay, went smooth with the van, good to go, but remember, cut the alarm for 15 minutes at 2:30 sharp. At 2:31 we start to load up. Everything needs to be nailed to the nanosec. You screw up, I shred your ass. Chill, what's with the nerves? An armoured van. You need to remote hack that Kuroshi van in the interval. You'll have 10 seconds, fuck this up and we don't get in the warehouse, got it? Be tight on time, but it'll work out. System status reload. Readout. Maybe her limbs will come back when I pick her up. Yeah, they did. No way. Bizarre. Man, look at this Netrunner suit on. Jesus. Oh, wait, which way do you want me to go? You want me to go this way? Yeah, that's not a good idea, man. I'll take the stairs, thanks. Just dump her in the fridge. Hopefully we can get away from this buggy quest. Sound things, limbs disappearing. She's alive! Stop freaking out. It could be our wedding day, you don't know. Alright, that is over. I'm glad.
Well done, my dear. I am pleased. As they say, we will be in touch. Contract closed.
Nice city,
$6 grand, I'll take it. Right, for God's sake. Let's head back to our apartment and then we'll meet Takimura in the next episode. My car isn't there anymore because I had to reload a bunch of times. Seriously, man, what is it with people in the left-hand lane turning right? I do not understand. Jesus. This apartment has a lot more unique stuff in it, I think, than a few of the others. There's just never really anywhere to park. I guess we can just park out front. Beautiful. Hello, neighbors. Beautiful. Right, let's chill out. And let's have a look at the database. So, in terms of the mission, let's just read some stuff again, okay? And then we can just go straight there at the start of the next episode. So, our crazed Ronin. So let's just remember what the hell happened with Goro. So he wants to talk to Hanako, right? Who is buddy Oda is the bodyguard of, to explain the situation with Yorinobu killing his father. God, everything's gone out of my head. Our crazed Ronin shows no signs of slowing his roll. We barely get intel from Wakako about the parade, and Takemura is already hatching some harebrained scheme in Japantown. He wants to meet at the market, fine. Let's parley. But you already know where I stand. Don't let him strong-arm you into anything. Who knows how many loose screws are bouncing around in that skull at this point. The only bodyguard of Saburo Arasaka who truly done fucked up. While obeying orders, he was unable to prevent the death of his master at the hands of Saburo's son Yorinobu. After the relic was stolen, Takemura went after the thieves, eventually leading him to a landfill where he zeroed Dexter Deshawn and saved V, the sole living witness to Yorinobu's crime. In his mission to find the truth, Takemura became Arasaka's most wanted fugitive, pursued by every agent in Night City. The ex-bodyguard is driven by a desire for vengeance and won't rest until he brings Saburo's murderer to justice, even if it means working with a petty thief like V. The Arasaka Corporation is the longest operating megacorp in the world. Its origins date back to the mid-20th century when a young Saburo Arasaka inherited his father's nascent company, transforming it into a global leader in security. Today, Arasaka Corp is known as an arms manufacturing giant that has its hands in military conflicts across all continents. Due to the latest advances in technology and the company's seemingly unlimited capital, Arasaka is poised to achieve its political goals on a massive scale. Arasaka's soldiers and agents are known not only for their excellent training, but also their steadfast loyalty to corporate values, and CEO Saburo Arasaka himself, who, despite his advancing age, continues to govern the corporation with an iron fist. Even discussions of a succession plan must be kept to a whisper, because no one would dare openly question the authority of the world's greatest weapons empire. Almost no one. So, it's a real possibility that Saburo can come back, due to the relic 2.0 and him putting it into someone else's body, right? Shards are the things we want. And we want stuff specifically about Arasaka. We've read the yokai thing. Bushido? Oh, no. What have we got? Netwatch, the relic. It was it the yokai thing? I'm not sure. Blaming Bartmoss, and that's where we've seen Bugbear before as well. No, I don't think so. DDs, no. Literature, no. Let's go to the database. And I know this isn't Arasaka stuff, but we need to catch up on people in here. Because they are all relevant, so Altera. Oh, cool. Altera Cunningham, the best netrunner in Night City, the most powerful entity on either side of the Black Wall, and the only person who can put Johnny Silverhand in his place. Fun fact, Soul Killer was created by Altera before Arasaka stole it for nefarious purposes. forcing Altera to escape into cyberspace. Existing beyond the Black Wall has severely altered Altera's consciousness. I'm only saying Altera because I don't pronounce the T properly on Alt. Unless I do it like that, which sounds forced in my accent. Alt. Altera's consciousness, making her more rogue AI than human. The last weak link to her past life is Johnny. He and V are the ones who used the Voodoo Boys to lure Altera out from past the Black Wall. Maman Brigitte. An alarmingly skilled netrunner and leader of the Voodoo Boys, the gang that rules over Pacifica's Haitian community. Maman Brigitte hired Evelyn to steal the relic, so chances are she'd know enough about how to safely rip it out of V's head. Thing is, Brigitte has her own plans for the biochip. Brigitte's not the kind of leader to stand around and wait for her orders to be carried out. She takes on the riskiest jobs and is always ready to put her neck on the line for her people. The Voodoo Boys trust her, everyone else ought to keep their distance. Did we have an entry for Hanako? We read Claire's in the journal. Maiko, Oda. I'm gonna read Oda's again. Hanako Arasaka's bodyguard, who also happens to be a cyber ninja trained by Takimura. He was supposed to be the key to solving V and Takimura's problems, but only ended up as one more threat among many. During their secret meeting at the docks, he declined their plea for help and gave them one last chance to leave the city. He's never further than a step away from Hanako, so it'll be difficult to reach her. Hanako Arasaka, daughter of Saburo Arasaka and one of the most enigmatic figures in the Arasaka Corp. Her past is shrouded in secrecy and closely guarded by a team of lawyers prepared to torpedo any journalistic inquiry into her life. Predominant theory about her early life suggests that she was forbidden from leaving the family's residence near Tokyo until she came of age. Only her skills as a netrunner kept Hanako from becoming completely cut off from the outside world. Many also believe that she helped her brother Yorinobu return to the family fold after his infamous rebellion came to a fruitless halt. Although Hanako has never held any official position within the company, the buzz around her involvement in behind-the-scenes corporate scheming continues to grow. That said, separating truth from speculation remains nearly impossible. Rumours about Hanako Arasaka never last long, and neither do the people who spread them. And even though she looks like she's, 30 at most, she is like 70-odd years old, I think. We have to keep that in mind. They're all vampires. Within the context of this, right? And then just before we finish, I'm just going to read all these other characters that we learned from some of these gigs we've been doing. So Gottfried, Jesus, what a piece of work. Gottfried's work is the stuff of another person's nightmares. Nightmares often come true in NC, and when they do, he takes them or buys them and edits them to turn a profit. As a matter of fact, he's fairly well respected in the obscure circle of illegal braindance editors. He's a craftsman without a conscience, an advantage in his line of work. If the material's good, Gottfried will take a raw BD from anyone and fine-tune the emotions, no questions asked. The closest person to him is his son, Frederick, whom he taught and trained in his craft. When they're not editing together, they manage a deep net site. Frederick Persson. Did I say Peterson? Persson. Throughout their lives, many a man has struggled to break free from their father's shadow, but not Frederick. I know we read this during the quest, but the shadows suit him just fine. He has everything he needs, money and emotional fulfillment. Gottfried is professional and knowledgeable, while Frederick is passionate and uncompromising. Together they form a duo that Night City happens to need. After all, someone has to edit those illegal BDs. Okay, so Iris Tanner is a nomad. She's a techie who was doing work for the Wraith, so we had to rescue her. Iris Tanner is a talented techie and the textbook example of someone whose job is their life. When it comes to a gig, it's never about the money, but the challenge. Still, that doesn't stop her from being a tough negotiator. It's the only way to be taken seriously. Despite being tense and hard to talk to, she's convinced she's good at reading people. What she doesn't realise is that her deep-seated desire to be admired for her skills actually makes her easy to manipulate. That's one of the reasons she got into serious trouble with the Raffen ship. On principle, Iris doesn't work with fixers, but she's willing to make an exception for Dakota, not because she likes her, but because this time she needs her. Gustavo Orta. Now, one of you told me he's probably not committed suicide. That's just what Padre was saying to cover up his skipping town, so that makes me happy at least. Gustavo Orta. Open an encyclopedia and flip to the Valentinos. You should find a picture of Gustavo. Or more likely, his mugshot. But who reads encyclopedias these days anyway? Just one look at Gustavo Orta and you know he's a Valentino inside and out. His style could be characterized as ruthless, a trait that's certainly helped him climb to the peak of the gang's ranks. Recently, however, Gustavo's been acting strangely. The rumours are true. He spends more time silently contemplating the water in the bay than doing what he's been known and feared to do, brutally stamping out his rivals in Haywood. Oh, Bill. Corporal Hare. God. Really sad. When 17-year-old William Hare first saw a poster promoting service in Militech's paramilitary forces, he finally understood his purpose in life. As his impressionable eyes scanned the multi-million-dollar equipment and armoured soldiers, he felt a brutal power and desire for adventure swell inside him. How could a kid who spent his whole life in the slums of Rancho Coronado resist? The promotional specialists in Militech's recruitment office certainly think so, and they're usually right. Hare enlisted and eventually rose to the rank of corporal. He got everything he dreamed of, plus more. Combat military grade cyberware, a sense of power, camaraderie and adventure. As for the latter, there are some parts he'd rather forget, especially the ones he's forbidden to talk about. After Brazil, everything changed. He lost his good health and came back to NC, a veteran. But with no hope of ever returning to active duty, that's when Hare first asked himself, had Militech taken away more than they gave him? Yeah, they certainly did, mate. And Bartolomeo Mordellini, he's like the insatiable whoremonger who owned a yacht near that quest we did in downtown. Bartolomeo owns a yacht that's never set sail or left the marina. No surprise there. The water in the bay is toxic, riddled with mines from the war and tangled in strong currents. So why have the yacht? Well, for parties, obviously. The creme de la Night City creme gather on the deck to relax and forget about all their really important life problems. Bartolomeo mingles among them, laughs, pours champaradise and cuts the good stuff on a silver platter. That's when everyone's loosey-goosey and itching for action. He starts scrolling. Bartolomeo's recordings are low quality, chaotic and edited without any rhyme or reason, but they still fetch a handsome price on the black market. Yeah. And this is the guy who owned 7th Hell. Jack's a merc, or rather was. He enjoyed his work just a little too much and became an adrenaline junkie. Where clients want discretion, Jack wants to hear screams. So one day, instead of taking out his target quietly, he put on a show for the entire city. Fair enough, it was only a matter of time before Jack pissed someone off and landed in their crosshairs, so what did he do? He quickly bought a rundown club in city centre, fenced it in with guards and shacked up in the VIP area. He knows it's not enough to save his skin, but at least it'll make his assassin's life just a teensy bit harder. And who is new here? No one. Alright guys, we'll leave it there. We'll go and see Takemura next time. Back to the main mission. So I hope you enjoyed this one, despite it being a somewhat buggy quest with Bugbear, ironically. Yeah, leave me a like if you enjoyed it, and just remember everyone, never trust and uncrate. I'll see you next time.